Hi everyone. This is the 2006 Infiniti G35 all-wheel drive. Okay, what I'm doing here is to replace the wheel bearing. This is the one I just bought. This is the common to one unit. The bearing and the hub has been assembled. So because this is, I don't have any press anything, so I buy like this so I don't have to do the pressing. So one thing I want to make this video is that I have to make them separate like this because this bolt here is giving me the problem here. That's the one on the back. Because when this thing in place, when the whole control arm and everything in place, you cannot access this bolt. You cannot, because it's in the way. This control arm right here, that control arm is in the way. So you cannot put the wrench or a socket. No socket or wrench can go in here. See, this is the 17-inch millimeter, 17-inch. Okay. The problem is when this whole assembly in place, you cannot access that bolt. So that makes this car a little bit more work compared to this is the ABS sensor here. I hope I didn't damage anything. No, look good. Yeah, look good. Okay. So to access this bolt, I have to remove this one because I was stuck earlier. Before I do this job, I did some research and not particular this model, the all-wheel drive model, not particularly this model, but similar like the Coupe or the Infiniti for all the year, but not all-wheel drive. And the process seems simple. Basically, you take the wheel off, you take the caliper off, and you remove the 4 bolt here, and this thing should come up, and that's it. And you get it done. But in my case here, I was stuck because I get the wheel off, I get the caliper off, and when I remove this bolt right here, one here, one here, one here, and I stuck this one. So I able to remove these 3, but not that one. And I'm pretty much like about to give up because like I don't know what to do next. So what I did was I removed the bolt from here. I removed this bolt so I can move this thing out of the way so I can access this bolt. But I can't do that because one, the CV axle in place, this thing won't move anywhere. You can move out in anywhere because it wasn't easy. So just a little tips here. So if you guys ever done this job, just do everything else normal. Take the wheel off, take the caliper off. These 2 bolts right here is for the caliper. This one, that one, the caliper. And hang the caliper somewhere here. And hang it up like that. The good tip for this job is to remove this bolt here. Once you remove it, you can move this control arm out of the way, and then you can get the CV axle out of this place here, and that gives you. And I removed this one earlier. I guess you don't have to. If you remove this upper control arm here, I guess you don't have to remove this one because now you can see how much it gives you more space. So I can access this bolt here and unbolt it. And once you unbolt them, this thing is very difficult to remove them. It's tight. So what you do is just don't remove all these bolts all the way. Yeah, this is you put back like this, and just don't remove them all the way. What you do is just tap on them. Tap. Let's take a hammer and tap on each bolt. Tap slightly to make this thing come off. You see, it's loose now. So just tap these two bolts slightly. You know, don't unbolt all the way. Just unbolt them off, but not to take them out. Just leave them a space like that, a gap here, and just tap them with the hammer slightly in four corner. And this control, this wheel bearing should come off. Okay. So I hope it's helped. I'm going to go ahead and finish the job here. Is any more tips during install or remove? I'll make another video or just making the video going on. So you can see I removed the hub now. See this plate right here. I put some mark right here. I should go like this. This plate right there. Go like that. And here's the hub. Just come off. Actually like that. All I do is just pull them out. And you can see kind of dirty here. All the rusty things here. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of sandpaper, sand it down a little bit to make it smooth, and install a new one in. Here's the old one. Here's the one I just bought. That's the new one. This is the old one here, and here's the new one. The bearing in its place and everything. You see the back side of the old one. Okay guys, so I'm putting back everything back together now. Again, this is not the full how to do. You know, this is a kind of a tough job, so I need two hands to work on it, and I don't have anybody to hold the camera for me. So I just show you some of the tips that to get this thing back together, or take them apart to replace the wheel bearing. This is the 2006 G35 Infiniti all-wheel drive. The hub and the bearing is in one piece. I got it from eBay. I tried to find different places that the bearing and the hub already put back together, already pressed in. But you know, dealer doesn't sell. They don't sell like that. They sell the bearing, sell and the hub, and you need to go home and put them back together, press them together. I don't have a tool to do that. So again, this piece I found on eBay in one piece, $150 or so. There's no brand name, but like I said, that if I get the OEM, then I have to press them together, and I don't have tools to do that. So anyway, the all-wheel drive is slightly different from the regular rear-wheel drive. So you need to take this thing off, okay, to remove this bolt I'm talking about here. Hopefully you can see it. That bolt right there. See this one right here? That one. See that one there? That's because you see that. You see there's no space to put either a wrench or a socket, because this piece right here, the control arm here, the black one, is in the way. So like all-wheel drive, you don't have to, for the rear-wheel drive, you don't have to take this thing off. If you look at auto video on YouTube, you see that basically you take this thing off, take that one off. This is 22mm bolt. You take the calipers off. This one right here is supposed to be 32, but in my car 36. This is 36 socket for this wheel hub. But I see all the G35 32 with my 36. So I'm not sure the wheel drive maybe have different bolt, or just somebody previous owner replaced it. I don't know. So let me go ahead and quickly recap this. This is what I'm using: thread lock, anti-seize. So next time I do it again, I can take it off easier. You know, the anti-seize here I put back there. Before I put this hub on, I put all the way around the back there. So next time when I take them off, it's easier for me to take them off. You know, if I have to replace again. So 36 socket, 19mm socket, 22mm socket, 17. This one 17, and this one is 21. To take the wheel off, and you need to have some kind of universal joint here to take off the bolt back there. The hub, that, and this another 4. I think my camera is shaped there. Another one here, and there's another 2 on the other side. So we check them off. Of course, this is the brake line here. To take them off, so you can hang the caliper up there. So to recap, take off the wheels, take off the 2 bolts, you hang the caliper up there somewhere. Use the big socket. I use the air gun. I have for this job I need an air gun. It's so much easier to take off these bolts without them. I don't have a long breaker bar like some other people do. I don't have soft one, so this one right here is the longest one I have, and I know I won't be able to take off this one. So anyway, for this job I need an air gun. It's so much easier. So take these 2 off, take that one off, take this one off, take the 4 bolt on the back, but don't take them all the way out. You leave them there and just tap them so that the bearing comes out. Tap those 4 bolts, to leave the 4 bolts there, to unloose them, but don't take them out. Just tap them so this thing comes out. When this thing comes out, again you need to take this thing off before you can take out that bolt, the one I mentioned there, right there. And there are 4 of them, so take them out and just be able to remove that. In my case, I also remove this thing here, this arm here, this black arm here. And this one is a 19mm bolt. There's a carbon to take them out and unload them. So unload them. So when you do that, the whole thing is coming out. Then you can slide out the CD joint here. You can slide them out, and it's so much easier to access those 2 bolts when you do that. And you know, everything is put it back, it will also top too. So it's a tough job, but I got it done, so I'm very glad. And, so I make a quick video here. Hopefully it's helpful for some of the people out there who have the same car I do. All-wheel drive is slightly different. Also for the rear-wheel drive, no, the all-wheel drive, the hub and the wheel bearing in one piece is harder to find compared to the rear-wheel drive. I hope it's helped. If anybody ever got to do this job, and again, I'm not specialist anything. So if you guys have a better tips or better way to do it, please leave the comment below. This would also help some other users. Thank you.